Shine Divine, my friends, and welcome to today's video where my purpose is to bring you encouraging and inspiring messages from the divine. I'm so glad that you're here. Let's get started and see what message Spirit has for us today. As always, if it feels good to do so, I would encourage you to take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to help you ground down into your own energy so that you may receive messages directly. And let's get started. Let's see what message Spirit has for us today. Whew. All right, we'll start with these. Starting with Between Worlds, number 3. And the image is of a flamingo that's between the cloudy gray skies into the brighter, I was also feeling a warmer weather, which I'm perfectly happy with the colder weather we've been getting, at least where I am, but just feeling there is a bit of a transition that's happening right now, and let's see where that takes us. Ooh, and then we have the Observer card with an adorable little fox looking through his telescope up at the moon, number 49. So as we move through this transition, I really feel like one of the messages here is to just kind of watch it all unfold, take a step back and be a bit of the observer, see what you can see just without too much reaction, without too much of like disrupting your own day-to-day. Again, there's this transition period that's taking place, and while you move through that, I feel like Spirit is calling us to just take kind of like a backseat approach to the situation. Moving into Loyal Heart, number 35, with 2 owls, each wearing crowns, looking at each other. There are also keys hanging from above. This deck in particular, I feel like the symbology is so like potent. It's very important to like really take notice of each of the little details. So I do feel like, again, through this transition, we're taking a step back. We're just kind of watching things unfold without creating too much of a disruption in our day-to-day life. I do feel like there is we're like leading into a time of being true to our own divine nature within us. And that's going to be different for each of you, but staying loyal to yourself. This card can also indicate 2 separate people being loyal to one another, and that if that applies to you, trust that message as well. Typically, this is like one and the other coming together with, a loyal heart, that key connection of being able to unlock one another and stand as one in union. So again, if that message resonates with you, if you are currently experience some type of either, divine union separation and kind of wondering like, where is this headed? Where is this going? What is the solution to this? The message in that is you are going through a period of transition, and what's required of you is to kind of step back a little bit, give that space, and just observe the way things are. But I do feel there is a very strong message here of being true to yourself, being loyal to yourself above all else. Right now, it's really important for you to tune in and really determine for yourself and only yourself what is right and true for you. Be loyal to you. And I am going to pull 2 more cards. I feel like this is the center of our reading today. Be loyal to yourself above all else. Let's see, what further message do you have for us? Okay, so for those of you that are feeling like this is a divine union message, this I'm just gonna say it as it is with the messages that are coming through. Next, we've got time to go, okay? Followed by the why question. So, again, for those of you that are experiencing a divine union separation, or what you feel is the divine union, divine partnership, and you're currently experiencing some type of separation, or you're considering some type of separation, if you were being completely honest, there is space needed right now, and Spirit is saying it is time to go. And there's going to be that question of why. Why is this not working? Why is this not where I thought it was going? And it feels like the lesson right now, the biggest lesson for you, is to be loyal to yourself, be loyal to your heart, really make decisions based on what you know is true. It's asking discernment of you to practice that and to strengthen your own discernment. And for some of you, this is a challenge. Time to go. You're questioning why is it time to go? And only you can determine that, you and your direct spirit team. This is such a general reading. But again, this is for those of you that are in some type of union and you're either already experiencing that separation, or again, deep down, if you're being loyal to yourself, you're feeling a little bit of a push to make a transition. I do feel like the key here is to observe before making any definitive actions. Take a moment to just step back a little, give a little bit of space, and trust that you will find the answer within you. Those keys that you have, you are in possession of the key of unlocking your own heart to really determine what it is that you need to remain loyal to. Now, for those of you that this doesn't apply to some type of union, it does feel like there is something going on in your life that also requires you to kind of tap into that energy of where am I not being loyal to myself? And what do I need either space from, I need to put up a boundary with, or I just need to let go completely and move on. Again, it feels like there is a transition that's taking place. And you're kind of you're in this in-between place. And Spirit just wants you to kind of slow down a little bit and take a step back and just kind of observe for a little while before making any major decision. Just slow it down. And Spirit is recognizing that you've got a lot of whys. You've got a lot of questions. Why is this happening? Why hasn't it worked out the way that I thought it was going to, or the way that I want it to, or the way that I feel is just? And Spirit is saying, again, center yourself. What actions can you take when it's time to move that will allow you to stay loyal to yourself? That is what's key right now. So let's pull some more cards. Let's pull some tarot and see what further message we have today. What else can you give us information about in regards to for those of you that feel like you've been kind of stuck in this between the worlds energy for longer than you'd like, and you're just like, why is it taking so long? Again, that's more of that why question. It feels like Spirit is it's good natured, okay? But there is a little bit of you're asking too many whys right now. It's understandable why you want to know the why, but Spirit is asking of a little bit of faith in that the why will be understood when it needs to be understood. And in the meantime, just observe for a little while. All right, we've got the dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. The dreamer, we're starting with brand new possibilities. Anything is possible. So I do want to reiterate with this separation. It doesn't mean that your relationship or whatever it might be is doomed to fail, that it's never going to be what it once was or what you want it to be. You ultimately are the creator of your life, and Spirit is asking of faith that you will get to where you need to be, but with staying true to yourself. And I also feel like with this dreamer card, it's like during this time of transition, try and view it as a new adventure. Try and see it as something exciting where you can, experience something brand new. With staying loyal to yourself, though, I feel like that is the biggest lesson in today's reading. 9 of Winter, unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. If you are experiencing a separation right now, it is not as severe and devastating as it feels right now. And this goes beyond that divine partnership, but any type of separation, whether it's separation from other people in your life or separation of a vision of the future of what you really thought and were wanting to manifest. There's been a separation that has taken place. You not being able to see it all unfold before you it's really not as bad as your fears are making it to be. And that's not to say that your fears, Spirit just wants the truth. Like, it's not as bad as your fears are making it out to be. And I know from personal experience that that's not always helpful to hear, like, because in the moment it looks really scary, but you don't need to know the why just yet. And again, we're coming back to stay loyal to yourself, whatever that means for you as the individual. 2 of Autumn, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. Get busy with something outside of what you're currently worried about, whatever this current separation might be. Get busy with something fun. Treat yourself to something you've been wanting to do or experience. Get out of the mind a little bit. And again, coming back to this dreamer card, like, you're on a new adventure during this time of transition, and make it into something worth experiencing. Find ways to bring fun into the everyday. Find ways to bring fun into this time of the unknown. 4 of Winter, set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So again, it's that time, it's like we're pausing, we're observing, we're not letting our fears take over our minds. And we're getting rest, we're relaxing, we're having fun. Spirit is saying, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Princess of Spring, it's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. So of course, make time to rest. But again, we're tapping back into this energy of like, have some fun, relax. You don't need to know all of the hows and whys of the future. Just right now in this moment, what can you do to bring a little bit of positivity into your day-to-day? And Princess of Summer. Princess of Spring and then Princess of Summer. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. So for those of you that are maybe experiencing or about to experience a bit of that divine union separation, you've got there's a reason why it's happening, and ultimately it is for the better. Ending this spread with like princess energy, it's more positive and something to really look forward to. Your fears that you're experiencing right now of the unknown during this time of transition, you're just very caught up mentally in all of that, and Spirit is asking you again, take a step back, observe a little bit more, and in the meantime, do something fun. Get out of your head a little bit, whatever that can look like for you. Spirit wants you to stay loyal to who you are, and knowing that you are a spiritual being, knowing that you deserve to have fun and experience new things and to be creative and just enjoy as much of this life as you can. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for us today? What else do you have for us today? Divine Self and the color orange, which on the upright is intuition, balance, connection, and spirit, and the reverse is indecisive, uneven, scattered, and ego. I feel like we had this same card a couple readings back when I used this deck, and I just feel like it's very much what Spirit is still trying to get you to understand. Like, at your highest self, in your future, like, this is who you are, and you do have the ability to tap into this energy now. And it's part of that like loyalty to yourself and being able to know right here, right now, what you are worthy of. And I feel like for some of you, that union that you're in, that you need separation from, is because you are not being loyal to yourself as a spiritual being. And it's time to give space there so that you can return back to that alignment with self. Don't compromise. Again, and this goes beyond a union. Don't compromise in any part. Don't compromise in anything that you feel like is not allowing you to live loyally to your own heart and spirit. This says boundaries, assertiveness, courage, unwavering. And the reverse of it is passive, resigned, intimidated, fearful. So again, we're in this like observation of, where can I be assertive? Where can I place boundaries? Give a little bit of space to, so that I am able to live fully, authentically as myself. Then we have everything's okay, number 22, reassurance, support, guidance, overseen. Everything's okay. Those fears that we have, set them aside. Give space to your fears, give space to your concerns, and recognize you're in a time of transition and we're heading into something. You don't need to know the why just yet. Everything's okay. Then we've got blessing in disguise. The upright is trust, revelation, significance, surprise. The reverse of that is angst, unaware, significance, expectation. But this time of separation, this time of transition, it really is a blessing in disguise. And if we can get a handle on these fears, setting them aside, we will soon see just how much of a blessing in disguise this situation really is. And see the humor. Number 33, levity, perspective, wisdom, playful. The reversal is serious, perspective, negativity, and grumpy. So if you notice, perspective is both in the upright and the reversal. Spirit is asking you again, during this time of transition, see the humor. Like, see that the fears that you have right now are a bit unfounded, and find something in the everyday that you can bring into that is humorous, that is a positive force, that is something that you can have fun with. I mean, look at this adorable card with these dogs skipping a psychic reading. I love it. It's so funny. So silly. Everything's gonna be okay. It is a blessing in disguise. And what Spirit is asking of you right here, right now, is to stay loyal to yourself. Stay loyal to your authenticity. And just give space to the situation for a little while. Don't forget who you are. Lean into, and live up to this divine self. The color orange is especially powerful for you right now. And you're the dreamer. You are the one that gets to decide what this next big adventure is going to be for you. Okay. Lastly, let's pull some angel numbers and see what the final messages are for today. 222 with alignment. 369 with compassion. What are we ending with? What is the final message of today? Okay, 2 more. 303 with forgive. So forgive and compassion coming out in the same colors feels significant to some of you. Have compassion. If there's forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for the situation or other person, take that into consideration. And then lastly, 444 with triumph. It's going to be okay. Victory is on your side. It will work out in your favor. But again, the reminder, the main message, stay loyal to yourself, live authentically, do not allow others to dim you, do not compromise on who you are, what you believe, what you know to be true. Do not let others try and shrink you down, to dim your light. You are a spiritual being living on this earth at this time for a reason. And for a little while, just kind of take a step back, let yourself breathe, trust that you don't need to know the why right now. Stay true to yourself, stay loyal, and everything's going to be okay. Thank you so much for being here. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, shine divine.